What is going on, YouTube? I am Claudie, and in this video I will be doing things a little bit different than my previous videos. I want to discuss Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, as well as Nintendo's new console and the new Smash Brothers that is coming out. I know everyone is excited for the new Pokemon games, myself included. There are some people who have mixed feelings about the new Smash Brothers. I myself am excited for Smash Brothers coming to handheld. But a couple of my friends mentioned that they do not like fighter-type games for handheld devices. Anyway, I will start off the discussion by saying that I am very excited for Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I myself will probably get Pokemon Ruby because my friends, my girlfriend, and most people I see online are pre-ordering Pokemon Sapphire. Another reason I'm probably getting Omega Ruby is that I want access to the Ruby exclusives, and I feel like it'll be easier to get Pokemon Sapphire exclusives from other people because of all the people that will have Pokemon Sapphire. I am semi-excited about the new Mega Evolutions, although I feel like Nintendo is just throwing tons of Mega Evolutions at us. I for one hope that Mega Audino will be awesome as well as Mega Slowbro. They're two unique Pokemon that not a lot of people actually use. I've only seen a small amount of people using Audino, mostly just in double battles for the move Simple Beam. And I don't think I've seen more than one Slowbro user yet online. I am also interested in seeing how effective Mega Sceptile and Mega Swampert will be. Sceptile is my favorite grass-type Pokemon for aesthetics, and Swampert is one of my favorite water-type Pokemon in general. I typically like water-type Pokemon that have that ground typing. I know those Pokemon usually aren't that strong, except for Gastrodon, but just the fact that they're immune to electric, whenever electricity normally crushes most water-type Pokemon, I think it's a really neat thing to have that immunity. I'm interested to see how Mega Sableye will do as well, because I think his Mega Evolution looks weird, kind of like Mega Salamence, but I have been seeing a lot of memes about Mega Salamence where people call him a boomerang, and people also replace his wings with a croissant. Another thing that I think will be cool is Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. Just by looking at the game packaging, you can see them, and they look completely awesome. As a kid, I chose Pokemon Ruby to play, and I'm hoping that they will give Groudon some new physical moves, because he learns special moves whenever his highest offensive stat is his attack stat, and it's really not fair because Kyogre just has an awesome move pool and great stats for it, whereas Groudon has great stats but does not have the move pool for it. Anyway, the next thing I want to talk about is secret bases. A lot of people are excited for the secret bases in the new Pokemon games. I myself would like to go into a friend's secret base and just mess up the place, just move everything around and totally troll somebody. But I also think it would be neat if there was a feature where you enter someone's secret base, and if they are in it, you can walk up to them and challenge them to a battle or ask them to trade. I am also hoping that there will be mini games inside of secret bases, and if there is even a feature where you could draw a picture and put your art up on a wall or something in the secret base, that would be awesome. I know a lot of Pokemon fans are also artists, and it would be neat to see the different drawings that people would come up with. I know that this probably won't exist because people will draw things not so family friendly. And a lot of Pokemon fans are younger because, it's the target demographic, but there are also a lot of older players too. I also hope you can grow berries inside of your secret base, and I hope that you can even create new berry strains. That would be interesting to put different berries together and create a new type of berry to use for Pokeblocks. Sort of like Berry Mutation in Pokemon X and Y, but only a little different. I'm pretty sure that they are bringing the Pokeblocks back, which it'll be really interesting to see what the contest will be like. They'll probably look really awesome in the new 3D that's coming out for the next console, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Anyway, enough about Pokemon games for now. Let's move on to Smash Brothers. I love the game, and I have not been able to play it much since Nintendo 64. It was one of my favorite games back then, and I played Smash Bros. Brawl a couple of times. However, I am more of a PC gamer. Not because I'm biased against consoles or anything, I just don't own a lot of consoles, and the only console I own for the newer games coming out is a 3DS XL. I'm super excited to play the new Smash Brothers on my 3DS. I love that they're adding in Greninja and other cool characters to the Smash Brothers game. I watched some gameplay footage, and I'm probably going to pre-order the new Smash Brothers whenever I can make it to GameStop. There's a map that's an island with fruit that spawns on it, and so far it's my favorite map that I've seen. It reminds me of the fruit on Timeless Isle in World of Warcraft. The fruit on Timeless Isle heal you and even give you a slight buff, whereas the fruit on the Smash Brothers map can either heal you or be used as a weapon depending on the type of fruit. I'm pretty sure you can like throw coconuts or something. Also on this island there's a shark that swims on the end of the island in the water by where the sand is, and if you throw someone at the shark and if they go into the water with the shark, that it will bite the player. I'm not sure if it just automatically takes that player out or if it just deals a bunch of damage and knocks them back onto the map, but anyway. I'm excited to see how Smash Bros. Will perform on the new Nintendo console. Before I get into that though, I'm going to talk about Smash Bros. For a little bit longer. I know that not a lot of people like the idea of playing Smash Bros. On a 3DS, but I think it will be interesting. It may be a little bit harder to maneuver around because you'll be holding the 3DS while you're looking at it and trying to use all the complex button combos. However, I think it might even to some extent be easier. I mean, if you aren't a pro at hand-eye coordination, you can glance over at your fingers to be sure you aren't mispressing anything, like if you're in a combo and you know that your opponent can't move or something, I don't know. While I was watching a gameplay video, I noticed the guy threw a Pokeball that spawned and it brought out Deoxys, and he sent out this intense beam. It looked like he hyper beamed the ground from the air right above where the Pokeball was thrown. This makes me even more excited to see what all the new Pokemon they will be putting into the Pokeballs that spawn. I hope that you'll be able to do DS download play with the 3DS version. That way my little brother and other friends with a 3DS can play with me when we hang out. But that's enough about Smash Bros. It's time to talk about the new 3DS. I think it's pretty funny that the new 3DS is actually called New 3DS LL. I heard from somewhere that Nintendo might have done that because of what happened with the Wii U. Apparently people thought the Wii U was just another controller for the Wii or something and did not realize it was a different console altogether. So it didn't sell as much. I don't know about that. I haven't looked too much into that, but moving on. The new 3DS is supposed to have better 3D capability and is supposed to run faster. I personally think that this will be awesome. Being able to hold the 3DS at different angles and use the 3D feature will probably make games more enjoyable. I, for one, am also glad that they are speeding up the system to make games run more smoothly. I have noticed that even just playing Pokemon X or Y, the 3DS actually lags in triple battles whenever a Pokemon uses a move. It also even lags whenever the camera is shifting around the field, which is kind of ridiculous. I think the new 3DS looks kind of cool with the extra buttons on the back and the C-Stick. The C-Stick is a new joystick, kind of like the one from the GameCube controller. A friend of mine told me that it will actually be used for shortcuts to attacks in Smash Bros. And I'm looking forward to see its use in other new games. Another neat thing about the 3DS is that they will be adding a micro SD card into the back of the new 3DS to give you some extra storage space. This will be great for people like me who play tons of Pokemon and even play both versions of the Pokemon games. It will also be great for those who like to play a bunch of 3DS games in general, and it will be great for the DLC that Nintendo will probably be releasing to make games better. One of the things I'm not excited for though is that the newer games that are released will only be for the new 3DS. You will not be able to play new 3DS games on the older 3DS consoles, which I think sucks. Some people won't be able to afford the new 3DS console for a while, but the release date for the US will actually not be in 2014, so that means that Americans will have some more time to save up for that new console. I mean, it's not much. If I understand correctly, it's only like $165 or $185 or something like that. That was what the currency translated from Japanese money to American money was, or yen to US dollars, whatever. But I'm also hoping that with this new system, you'll be able to do online Pokemon battles in 3D. It was kind of disappointing to me playing Pokemon X and Y and seeing that you couldn't go 3D with your Pokemon battles. It was just disappointing. I also hope that you'll be able to use 3D whenever you do a triple battle, a double battle, or a multi-battle, because before with X and Y you couldn't. I'm also interested to see how Smash Brothers will look in 3D as well. It'll be awesome crushing people as a giant Bowser in 3D. In addition to all this, I'm hoping that the new games coming out for the new 3DS LL will be better, meaning with better graphics and more complex mechanics. I expect to see the C-Stick have a core function in the newer games and ultimately be a major part of some games. I also expect to see Pokken come out for the new 3DS LL. If you haven't seen the video already, Pokken is a fighter Pokemon game that a lot of people are excited for. I expect it to be awesome and I hope it comes out in the US. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope, as always, you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video and my previous videos, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any suggestions for future videos, such as a Pokemon team to try, leave a comment. Also check me out on Facebook via the link in the description underneath this video, and I will see you all later.